What is going on with you Scorpios? You have the Three of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and you Scorpios have the King of Pentacles. It's hot. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get me an AC for my room. But the point is that for you Scorpios, somebody's kind of deluded themselves into thinking that they got you, they broke your heart, right? They're in competition with you. They're not all the way upstairs. They're one of those type of people that's following the society's trendy break your heart, even though they proclaim that they want a real relationship, break your heart type stuff, just do all that stuff, break your heart and all of that. Well, they think that they've won something, right? They think that it's all a part of their strategy. You can't accept them. They got back at you and all this other type of stuff. Maybe you Scorpios may have given these exes a chance. Maybe that's why it is. For the days that I didn't read for you Scorpios, maybe that's why it is. Maybe you talked to them yesterday, right? And I didn't drop any videos, and this person said something super slick, super disrespectful. Maybe you're just staying away, but the person has to delude themselves into thinking that, that you're just hung up on them, and that, like clothes, and like you can't just let them go, and you can't just leave them alone, when that's not necessarily the case. Because now the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords right here represents you Scorpios understand that, you can't trust them. But so is it that you're really, yeah, you've been hurt. That's part of the reason why it is that you now know the lesson. But that discomfort came with a lesson. And now the question is it that you Scorpios are really strung out on being hurt, right? Like, did this person really get you caught up like that, right? Where it's like you just heartbroken? Or is it that this person is deluding themselves into thinking that you're heartbroken, when that's not the case? Because to be honest with you Scorpios, right, not to get into too much of a tangent, you Scorpios would really be surprised at the type of stuff that people will tell themselves, especially the more experienced you become when it comes to like dating and stuff like that. Whenever it is that you go up to somebody, you're talking to them, they automatically trying to play you like you into them automatically, right? Like you just head over heels. A lot of people got that bad. A lot of people got to live in reality. A lot of people have that problem, and they have that problem bad. This ideology of like you talking to them, and they had that problem that you must automatically be into them based upon the fact that you're talking to them. And it's like that could also spell a messed up relationship in the future. Because think about it, what kind of experiences is their significant other going to have if they are like that, where they have this ideology that if a person so much as speaking to you, it must mean that they like you romantically, right? No kind of actual process, no kind of process, no kind of any of that stuff, right? It's just this ideology of this person is into me. Okay, so let me toy with the idea that I could potentially be in a relationship with this person. That in on itself is cheating, because the intent is there to cheat. So a lot of you Scorpios just understand what type of time it is. You're not pressed. You're not pressed over anyone. A lot of you Scorpios have been through too much, especially as of late, especially within September, especially within the last 6 months, right? From March all the way up to now, especially at around that time frame. Really at the top of the year, and in January, the first week in January, as I was doing my reading for you Scorpios, I saw the potential that a lot of you Scorpios are becoming a lot more great, a lot more in tune with being a lot more concrete, not really being pressed or caught up with what other people want to do. And because of that, a lot of people can't really handle that when you're talking to them and You don't really care whether or not you get into a relationship with them. That's one of the things that I do when it comes to getting somebody. It's not even really about getting somebody. It's not. It's not. I don't care. I don't care whether or not I get them. I don't. Because because I just met the person. Same thing that a lot of you Scorpios are having. You're starting to develop that mentality. Because truth be told, what value is a lot of, let's keep it a buck, right? You have a 4 of Cups. Let's keep it a buck, right? What value are these people giving to you? You Scorpios aren't getting a whole lot of value from people that you're talking to romantically. You are the ones that give, that a lot of the time, especially nowadays, giving the value more than you're getting any kind of value. It's not even a give and a take. It's not even reciprocal. You're literally giving 90 to 100%, somewhere within that range of the value, while they goofy behinds look crazy and sit there and look stupid. They're just proud they're proud as a pig in mud to just sit there and not contribute anything, and they can live with themselves being a whole bum sitting there just receiving everything. Because again, Scorpio, and this is something that people need to understand, right? Contributing gives you worth as well. Contributing and receiving gives you worth. People completely mess up the game. Who has the value? The person who's giving, because it means that they can produce it. They are producers. They're not consumers. The person who's receiving it or taking it or getting, right, the value, right, from the other person, they are the consumers. So look at it like a business standpoint, right? Who are the millionaires? The producers, the people who solve a problem, the people who has the funding to, sometimes they don't have the funding, but the people who produce this value, not only to themselves, but to many other people, and other people buy in, and they end up getting rich because of it. Same thing as to what it is that I'm doing. I am providing value by showing you how you can understand the little concepts all the way to the great big concepts, and how to navigate, how to move well based upon the stupid stuff that I did, and the mistakes that I made, and the right things that I did as well. That I've learned from all 3 of those things. So a lot of you Scorpios are starting to understand there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to get nervous about. There's nothing to really be so particularly excited about. Why? 10 of Wands, you end up having to leave the majority, especially now. You Scorpios end up having to leave a lot of the people that you would be talking to if you were talking to anybody. Why? Because you're the producer. You're the one that brings the value, right? They ain't gonna bring squat to the relationship. They're gonna bring headaches and stress, things that you don't even want. And the 8 of Pentacles represents, the 6 of Pentacles represents, you understand that relationships should be reciprocal. So you Scorpios understand that there's nothing to fear, because people can only make you timid or intimidate you or fearful or anxious. Those things mean something different. But they can only do those things if there is a mystery of you wilding out, right? The basically lying to you. You wilding out, the gaslighting. You wilding out. You better chill out. This is the reason why I don't do anything special, because you don't know how to be patient. Then when you actually start to see that now that you become much more patient, you Scorpios have become much more patient, you're bringing value. But then they just sit there like a bump on a log and not do anything, not contribute, not do anything. And now you're in the producer's seat now. Now it's like, okay, what is your excuse now for not bringing anything to the table? And they don't have anything to say. They can't even say, you be spazzing out. That's why it is that I don't give you anything. It's like, right, but they know that they can't say that because you Scorpios are the ones that give them everything. So that doesn't make any sense. And if they know that if they were to say that, that would really make them look stupid. They can't even say anything. Now it just comes down to straight up and down shaming, which is to put you in a guilt trip. Oh, you know. And now that you Scorpios are past the fake guilt tripping, now a lot of you are seeing it for what it is. Like, you're not getting anything. What is there to be afraid about? What is there to like? Yeah, you may like they looks and everything like that, but you gotten to a point of greatness. You Scorpios have reached, the void. You have reached the level where there are no more levels anymore. There's just, it's like you've reached the top. You've reached the top of the pyramid where you understand that there are no more levels anymore. There are none. There are no more levels. There's just the infinite. And the infinite, or the void, or Tiamat, or the silence, or the stillness, right? Or whatever you want, many different names, meditation. The zone represents you Scorpios understanding that you're completely different compared to how you used to be. One, right? Because it's a spiritual and a soulful transformation. And number two, there is no fear for these relationships. There is no excitement. There is no, there's excitement, but it's you're not pressed. See, this is why, as I told y'all, got to get off the moralism, because people were using those very same things that you started out with, that excitement, that over excitement, that immediate committedness to the person. Just if they looked your way and they showed you any form of interest whatsoever, you would be committed because you want to be in a relationship. Now you Scorpios are almost like bored. It's almost like, okay, you what you want, because you understand they can talk anything that they want to talk. Talk is cheap. Show me something. You're bored. You're like this. Show me something now. And now what you seeing is a lot of people trying to gaslight you. Oh, that's why. And you're like, okay, I dealt with that. Next. Because you know they capping. You know that they lying now. So there's a lot less fear. So the thing is that the Tower, which is you Scorpios, and the Ace of Pentacles now represents their house of cards came crashing down. Now the house of cards of you Scorpios putting other people on this pedestal is come down now. Now, you may feel a little attraction to a person, but it's not enough to be blinding. It's not enough to make you Scorpios blinded by it. It's not enough for you to lend value. And what I mean when I say lend value, I'm not just talking about giving them stuff. I'm talking about lend value in the sense of you just be merciful, give them grace, give them too much grace. And when you actually pay attention to their resume, who they are, they're not qualified for you. So let's clarify this Ace of Pentacles. I know, because I'm speaking from personal experience. I am bored of the modern day dating relationship. I think it's trash. 4 of Swords, Page of Swords, 5 of Cups, Judgment, 8 of Cups. To clarify the Ace of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords and the Page of Swords, you're not pressed. You're not impressed. You're not stressed out. You're not impressed. You're not confused about any of the goofy gaslighting and nonsense that people will do. You're not impressed. And because you're not impressed, 5 of Cups, Judgment, and the 8 of Cups, you Scorpios, you have purpose. You have your life to live. And you're not going to listen to the garbage that comes out of people's mouths when they're trying so hard to gaslight you and shame you. Shame, insults, guilt need to be right. Shout outs to Kevin Samuels for that one. But you're not going to be so caught up with that ideology of feeling like shame is going to get you to act a certain way, because you Scorpios have gotten to the level where there are no more levels. You see it for what it is now. That's all they have. If a person has more than that and they're going to offer it to you, then that's what they're going to do. So that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 100K. We're at 14,534 subs. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.